Crafts YouTube channel. Again, another week, and no, it's not another week, it's another month. I'm really sorry I haven't had the time to do a new video. As you know, or maybe you don't, but I was on holidays and my last video was right before I started my holidays. It was my show and tell of all the makes that I did actually for that trip. And then I came back and then I had to keep working a lot on the next Coco Wawa pattern that is going to be out at the end of May. So yeah, I didn't have the time to do any filming, and at the same time I didn't even know what to do because I didn't have the time to do like an actual tutorial, so I wasn't sure what to show you. And then the other day I just had an idea and hope you will like it. Fingers crossed. So it's just like a kind of review on my favorite pattern cutting books, because some time ago I did a video on my favorite sewing pattern books, like in general, and I said at the time that I was going to do one about pattern drafting and pattern cutting. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you all these books from like the one for beginners, maybe if you're just if you just want to learn how to change a pattern or hack a pattern, then I think those would be great for you. And then if you're really into creating your own patterns or dressmaking or whatever, then there are other books that I think are really good for you as well. So yeah, that's what that's what I'm going to do today. Oh, what's going on? Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. And yeah, that's it, guys. Let's start with the video. Yay! Great, guys, so I'm going to start with the first book, and I'm going to do it this way instead of showing you my face in the camera from far away. I think it's better if I show you the books close up, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to start like from the beginner side of the pattern cutting range of books that I have, and then moving on to more advanced and also more like, I don't know, creative kind of pattern cutting books that maybe, I don't know, you prefer those types of designs, like more modern and edgy and, you know, a little bit more different. So anyway, this one is one that everybody, I think I know, who designs patterns or know about pattern cutting has or knows about, is the Designing Patterns: A First Approach to Pattern Cutting by Hilary Campbell. So I got this one, I think it was eBay or Amazon, and it's one of the things that I'm going to suggest to you all. Please always check on Amazon, eBay, charity shops, or those kind of places, because you can get books so much cheaper. So I think this one, it doesn't say the price actually on the book, but it cost me, I don't know, £5 or something like that, because it is second hand, but it's in perfect condition. And I think that sometimes, of course, you don't need to have a brand new book when you can, you know, give a little bit of life to an old book. So yeah, so this is the book, and this one is amazing. One of my teachers at the London College of Fashion recommended it to all of us because it is great for beginners. So in this one, it is quite basic, like the type of projects that, you know, it shows you. But here you can see introducing, like producing a pattern, the bodies, collars, basic collars, tailor collars, sleeves, skirts, trousers, jackets and coats, and underwear. So I think it's very complete, but also the projects within the book are quite like basic and more simple. So I think this is a great book to start, you know, getting to know more about pattern cutting and pattern drafting. If you are really, you know, wanting to know a little bit more, maybe you buy a pattern and you just want to make a hack and you don't know exactly how to do it, or you just want to learn a little bit more and, you know, feel more confident adjusting patterns or making them fit better for you. So yeah, this one is really good. It has, like, you know, an introduction and everything. As you can see, I've got a lot of notes in there. So yeah, and also it gives you like how to take measurements, body measurements. Here you have like a kind of chart of basic measurements. These are different on each of the books that I have, so they all come with a basic measurement chart, but they are all different. So it's interesting also to see how some pattern cutting books, they have like really big amount of ease, others not that much, and yeah, it varies a lot. And then in this case you just have to go, and if you're doing it just for yourself, then you just measure yourself and then you adjust. If you're doing for other people, then you need to come up with your own measurement chart that you feel comfortable with. So yeah, and this one honestly is great, and also it teaches you how to do like basic blocks, okay, how to make blocks yourself. And the good thing is that it tells you exactly how to draw and draft that block. So it tells you from point 1 to point 2 it needs to be whatever measurement, and then from point 1 to point 3, and then you've got, you know, all the technical drawings, you know, with everything in there. I think it's really, really, really good. And then it tells you about that position as well. Is really, really good, and how to do pivoting and change the shape of your blocks, and how to create different types of styles, as you can see in here. It is amazing. It is a really, really good book. And even though now maybe you're looking at it and thinking, oh my God, that looks really advanced, I have to tell you it is not, because it's almost like the basics that you need to know about pattern cutting. Here, for example, it explains buttonholes and plackets, which are really, really basic and essential. Also short plackets, facings as well, how to draft your facings, alter tops. So I think it is a really, really good book if you want to start types of collars. It's like all the basics, and then the basics plus a little bit more, you know, like a little bit of design in there as well, with the types of sleeves, for example. And again, it tells you how to draft a basic block, and then you go and it teaches you how to change that basic block and, you know, transforming it into an amazing new design, as you can see in here. Honestly, it is a really, really, really good book, and it got recommended by my teachers at the London College of Fashion, and they actually used some of the pages to teach us some of the things that we learn at the course. So yeah, this is a really good one. Hilary Campbell. I'm gonna leave all the links below so that you can check them out, okay? But this one, yeah, really good for beginners if you are starting you know, pattern cutting and drafting, or if you just want to learn for yourself. I mean, doesn't mean that you want to have like a business. It's not like everybody sewing and drafting and making patterns have to have a business. Sometimes you just want to do it for fun and to make your own clothes, and to maybe adapt the patterns that you already have, or maybe to create blocks that fit you, you know, properly. So yeah, this one is good. Now I'm going to talk about the famous Winifred Aldrich pattern cutting book. This one is for women's wear, and actually I don't remember if someone at the course recommended this one. I think one of the teachers did, but this is one that I think everybody has. So yeah, I have this one for women's wear, and then I've got this one for children's and baby wear as well. And these are really, really good books as well, and I think these are also good for beginners, and it also gives you more designs and more alternatives so that you can play with. So I would start with the other one that I showed you, and then if you want to learn more and know more, I would get one of these. And again, I think I got this from eBay. It doesn't say the price in here again. It doesn't say, but I got both of them or on Amazon or eBay or something like that for a good price. And again, this one, I think this one, it has maybe a little bit more information. This one I really like because apart from all the things that it gives you, like how to create blogs and how to create your own designs, it also gives you like quite a lot of information about pattern cutting and design in general. It has more, I mean, you can see the pages has like more words in general, so it gives you much more information. I think it's really good just sitting down and read this book properly. Also, again, all the measurements, and here it gives you lots of different size like charts. And I think that's really, really good because it says body measurement charts for high street fashion garments. So here it tells you how, you know, like high street brands in general, they give you a certain sizing, and then she gives you like more, I think, real sizing as well. And also, for example, here is young women of medium height. And then you've got like the usual sizes, and then you've got women of medium height, which is, I think, more like the real bodies of women out there. Also gives you a chart for tall and short women. Also how to work with patterns, what are block patterns, then types of blocks available in the book. And then here, for example, from block to pattern, it gives you all the information that you also need to know. As you can see, I read the whole book and it's a really, really good book. It also talks about fabric selection, what types of fabric you can use depending on the project you want to create. Then seam allowances, pattern outlines, and then also because this one, I think that it's not as much for pattern designers like, you know, myself selling the pattern to people for people to make clothes. In this case, it also is, I think, is mainly for fashion designers and people maybe who want to have an actual fashion brand, which is amazing. And actually the courses I usually I went to at the London College of Fashion, people in general wanted to create their own fashion brand. So when I said, no, my aim is to, you know, create sewing patterns for the people sewing at home, just, you know, people who like sewing as a hobby, they were like, oh yeah, there is a market for that. And I was like, yeah, there is. So yeah, in this case, for example, it's telling you how to send the pattern so that the company, you know, cutting the pattern onto the fabric to make all the samples for production, they use as much of the fabric as possible so you don't spend that much money. So yeah, this one is brilliant. As you can see, it's not cut on the fold or anything like that like we usually do on our you know, sewing patterns. So it's more like a whole piece of fabric and then all the pieces open in there. So I don't know, I found it really interesting also to see those bits in the book. So it's like the other book with all the, you know, block construction. For example, in this case is a skirt block. You have like natural waist, low waist, and then it starts giving you lots of different alternatives of, you know, designs, skirts with ruffles. Oh my god, those one with those pockets. So it gives you tons of different types of designs, also waistlines, straight and curved waistlines, like everything. And also in this case, for example, is trousers. So it goes on each of the like basic blocks, and then it gives you design alternatives. For example, here, trouser adaptation, trouser alteration, culottes. Yeah, it is amazing. Jeans, which is totally different, hipster jeans, everything. And then here starts with the bodice blocks, and then you've got clothes fitting easy fitting, which is, you know, it has more ease, and then tailored jacket blocks, classic coat blocks, and then sleeves, two-piece sleeves, there are kimono blocks, everything, and then it gets to dresses, and then it tells you also how to do form cutting instead of flat cutting and drafting. Some people, instead of doing things on, you know, 2D and then just transform those 2D pattern pieces into 3D, you know, using fabric, some people use their mannequins to actually design the pattern in there, so in 3D directly. So there are different ways, you know, of pattern cutting that you can go for. Here, for example, it gives you tons of different dress alternatives. This one is looking so cute. I love that one. And then here it goes to basic flat pattern cutting as well. I don't know where does this start. Yeah, flat cutting, so easy fitting garments, woven fabrics in this case. And then it gives you also like problems, like there is a section of problems that you may encounter with sizing and fitting. And yeah, this is great because it tells you, even, you know, people, if you want to make something for someone who stands up in a certain way rather than the other one, it is amazing, as you can see here. Yeah, it is really, really, really good. So this one is one. And then I'm going to try and not talk that much because I have all the 3 books to show you and I've been filming for already 18 minutes, so I'm going to be a little bit faster. So this one is exactly the same, but it's for children and babies. So yeah, this one is exactly the same. It shows you lots of different sizing charts depending on the ages, and also flat cutting for babies, and all the alternatives, how to make the blocks and then how to alter the blocks and transform it and then make all these amazing beautiful design codes, every single thing, as you can see in here, for girls, for boys. It is really, really, really nice. And then yeah, we get to the creepy drawings that I told you about. Oh my god, what's going on? Honestly, I remember I saw these ones to my boyfriend. He was like, Anna, what's that? It's creepy. Anyway, leaving that aside, it is another great book if you're into making clothes for kids. Oh my god, what's going on? Anyway, and also there is a section on this one and on the one for women about grading. If you want to also learn how to grade, it's a good one to go for. The only thing is that you need to use the actual blocks that they suggest you construct and you draft for the grading to work. So if you've got another set of blocks and you want to use the grading rules using these books, it's not going to work that well. I can tell you because I've tried and it doesn't work properly. So if you want to do grading as well, I would say go for the blocks and draft your blocks following you know, the ones in here, all the measurements and everything, and then you will be able to do a much better grading. Yeah, so yeah, this is another one. And now I want to show you these 2 books. These 2 are also really popular. This one is massive. I think this one is American, so it's the pattern making for fashion design, and this one I think is used in the US on pattern and drafting courses, and this one is amazing, guys. It is really, really, really good, and it goes really deep into constructing patterns, blocks, and all sorts of alteration and designs. This one I got secondhand, as you can see, from, I think it was eBay again, and it is amazing, this book. It is, I mean, you really need time to sit down to read this book through, because it is yeah, it is great. And also it gives you all the tools that you need. The only problem with this one is that it's in inches and yards, and I'm not used to that measurements. I'm used to centimeters and meters, so that's my only no, and that's why this one is from the US, and they use inches and yards instead of centimeters. So anyway, apart from that, which makes it a little bit more difficult to follow, it is amazing, this book. It gives you so much information about pattern drafting, design, even history about how things used to be on the clothing industry. Here again, it tells you so much about production. If you are, if you want to make your own fashion brand, yeah, it is, yeah, it is incredible. I don't know, it gives you, it is so deep and so packed with information. And again, analyzing all types of like body shapes and heights, and even like the position that you have when you stand up is just, yeah, it is incredible. The types, your legs, how is the shape of your body, everything, every single thing, like your arms. You feel a little bit like X-rayed when you read this one, like okay, but yeah, I don't know, it is great so that you can create blogs that really really fits you. I mean, made just for you, for your body. So yeah, this one is amazing. And again, it comes with so many adaptations, like, yeah, so many designs, like the blogs first, again, as always, and then, yeah, packed with designs and how to, from your blog, create, a specific design, which is the basic of pattern drafting. You have a blog, and then you have a blog, and then from that one you can create anything, as you can see here, all the design variations. I would go for this one if you're really into fashion design. You want to make, maybe your own fashion brand, or you want to, make clothes for other people, on a more professional way, or you want to just, learn much more about design and pattern drafting. I would go for this one. This one to me is more like fashion-y, like a more fashion-y book. If you're more like into, like the fashion side of the sewing and pattern side of things. But yeah, really really good. And then I'm going to show you another one that always is recommended always on pattern cutting courses in general. So this one is very very modern, and I really like it. It was actually the first one that I bought at the very beginning, and again, it tells you a lot about preparation. And I think the designs in this book are much more edgy, and to me they are really like for like fashion design students. Here, for example, it gives you women's wear main size chart at London College of Fashion. So this one tells you that, yeah, the aim is more like for fashion students and fashion designers, and but at the same time I think it is a good one. It gives you again a lot of information. As you can see, the designs are much more modern, and lots of them look like architecture. I mean, like geometrical types of designs, and it plays a lot with like all the things that you can create with just a blog. And it gives you also the tools, and it tells you about the basic blog. But as you can see, it has a lot of references to like catwalks and fashion design and all those sort of things. It gives you all the basic blocks as well, and a few alterations on the design. And also, what I was going to say. At the end, I think it was at the end. Yeah, at the end, it gives you like, yeah, inspirational pattern cutting. This one was amazing just to see how this kind of incredible modern, like to me they look so Japanese and so like edgy and different, more like for when you see sometimes the catwalks from the young people at the London College and the London Fashion Week or any other fashion week, and you see those crazy designs with, I don't know, they use so crazy materials like plastic or whatever, I don't know. So yeah, this reminded me of that. So yeah, as you can see, a beautiful amazing dress made out of string, and yeah, it's incredible. And also this one, for example, and it's also really interesting to see the construction of this type of garments, which are not basic at all. I think, for example, I think it's paper cut patterns. I think they do so many of these type of alternative designs and much more modern designs. As you can see, yeah, it is amazing. If you're into this type of clothing, then this book is for you. And also there are a few Japanese books that I would recommend as well if you're into more modern and like geometrical pattern cutting and something more edgy. Yeah, I will go for this one, and then those books that I'm going to leave again the links below, because those are really good as well, and I think they are all from Japanese like pattern cutting designers. So this one, and then the last, which I haven't actually used much, I again bought it on eBay or Amazon, pattern making with stretch knit fabric. I wanted to actually have this one and get this one just to see, I don't know, just to know a little bit more about, because I think you never know enough. So yeah, I just wanted to have more knowledge regarding designing for specific knit fabrics, even though in the books that I showed you there are some bits about what they call easy easy pattern cutting or pattern cutting for knit fabrics. Is not much, so I wanted to actually have a specific book, and I haven't had the time to read it properly. But again, it comes with plenty of information and how to draft blogs for knit fabrics. And I think this one, I thought that it came with a CD, but now maybe I'm mistaken. I thought it came with a CD. Oh no, it's like an online access code. I don't know, maybe there's like a course online. Anyway, yeah, I think this one is really good. I haven't checked it properly, but if you're into, I mean, if your passion is knit fabrics and that's the thing you want to go to and I don't know, design or create or whatever, this one is really good. Maybe you just want to dedicate yourself to bra making and knickers and lingerie, then maybe this one is better. So yeah, maybe you want to, I don't know, create your lingerie line, or maybe create swimwear or something like that. Yeah, go for this one. And yeah, maybe I will let you know a little bit more about this one when I read it properly, because the others I know they're amazing, but this one I just want to check it more. And that's it, guys. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked the video and that it was informative. I just wanted to give you like a quick review on the books, not going too much into detail because the video is already super long. So anyway, hope you found it useful and that now you are more like into pattern drafting or pattern cutting, ready to start your own adventure on designing your own patterns, or just designing patterns for yourself, or to making clothes for other people, or starting your fashion line, whatever it is. So yeah, if you have any question or comment or whatever, you can leave it on the comments below, or you can go to any social media, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, and just send me you know, a message or a comment if you have any question. And that's it, guys. Next video is actually going to be a fabric haul. I already know that, because I don't know how I thought that I was not going to buy any new fabrics, and suddenly I've got a whole lot of new fabrics to show you. So next time it will be that, and some spring, summer, and even next autumn, winter projects. So yeah, that's a little bit crazy. Anyway, see you very soon. Subscribe if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up please if you like the video. And again, see you very soon. Bye.